What's good, YouTube? It's KG here. Today, it's my reaction to how Lil Baby went from trapping to rapping. Yeah, so let's get into it. Before we get into this though, y'all be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on this YouTube video.
Baby is one of the hottest rappers in the game right now. But before he was dominating the charts and selling out shows across the country, the rapper ran the streets of Atlanta. Here's a look at how Lil Baby went from being one of ATL's most respected hustlers to a rap star. Lil Baby was born Dominique Armani Jones in the Oakland City neighborhood of Atlanta. His mother was a postal worker who raised him and his two sisters after their father abandoned the family when the rapper was just 2 years old. Because of this, Baby got involved in the streets at a young age to support himself and help out his family. He started getting in trouble when he was still just a kid and got locked up for the first time at age 12 for an attempted robbery. He and a couple friends thought it would be smart to try and rob a house in their neighborhood. But just as they were about to break in, the cops showed up out of nowhere. They were all cuffed and questioned, but eventually arrested for burglary. Because Baby was so young at the time of the arrest, they couldn't hold him in county jail. So they sent him to juvie where he served about 10 days. After getting out, he went back to school but was still active in the streets. He did well in class, but kept getting in trouble and was eventually forced to drop out of high school. He got suspended so many times.
My boy was already trying to steal in houses. My boy was already getting in trouble at the age of 12. I ain't know Lil Baby was like that. Damn, Lil Baby.
He was too old and decided to just drop out instead. So
then he dropped out of school? Hold on, let's go back.
Wouldn't allow him to come back. He thought of attending an alternative school until realizing he was too old and decided to just drop out instead.
Dropped out of school.
He turned to the streets full time in order to support himself. During this period of hustling, Baby would get locked up a few more times for gun and drug possession. The exact charges aren't available to the public because he was a minor at the time.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC with B.
But the rapper has spoken about it in interviews. Around the same time, Baby was building a reputation around the city as a serious hustler and gambler, selling weed and shooting dice to make a living.
Selling weed and shooting dice.
He already had 2 condos worth around $2,000 a month and was able to afford a car, jewelry, and anything else that he needed. But the lifestyle also comes with its risk, and
Lil Baby was really trapping.
He was sentenced to probation. Even though he did his best to keep a low profile, it's hard to stay out of trouble forever when your income depends on street activity. In 2012, the rapper slipped up and got arrested for possession with intent to sell and violating his probation. He was offered a plea deal of 2 years, which his lawyer begged him to take, but he ended up firing that lawyer and got a new one who was able to negotiate an even better deal. So instead of doing 2 years behind bars, Baby would be sent to a 6-month work program. Baby took that deal, and he was sent to the program, but quickly realized that it wasn't what he thought it would be. He soon found out that he'd have to serve a year, not 6 months like he'd been told. Plus, his release was conditional and based on whether or not he passed the program. So if he didn't pass, he'd have to repeat it over again and stay locked up until he passed. A few days after being admitted, Baby got into a fight with another inmate over something petty, and the other dude tried to hit him with a lock on the belt. It was a zero-tolerance kind of place, and fighting was prohibited. So, after realizing that he couldn't even defend himself, Baby left the program and accepted the 2-year deal he'd originally been offered. This time,
he said F all that, man.
Thankfully, he knew enough people on the inside to be comfortable, but seeing people his own age serving multiple life sentences made the rapper begin to rethink his choices. When he got out, he was right back to hustling, but he started noticing people he grew up with were making a name for themselves as rappers. Baby grew up around artists like Young Thug and Lil Marlo, who were both on the come up in Atlanta. But at the time, he didn't have any artistic ambitions and just wanted to get in on the action. So he took advantage of a street network that he already built and became the go-to plug for rappers, selling them weed at studio sessions or taking their money in dice games. It was around that same time he caught the attention of Coach K and P from Quality Control Records, who saw potential in Baby as a rapper way before he even considered it. Baby and P had known each other for a long time because Baby used to rock with P's homie Big. He knew about Baby's reputation as a hustler and started encouraging him to get in the booth. Coach K was a veteran in the Atlanta music scene who had helped build the careers of Atlanta's OG rappers like...
You know what's crazy? A lot of these rappers and musicians that are really good musicians, they never wanted to be rappers or musicians. It'd be people who scouted them out and they'd be like, I don't know what it'd be people who I guess think that they would be a good rapper or something. And they end up just following, like, okay, they try it out and they end up being a really good rapper. I don't know if I'm tripping.
Gucci and Young Jeezy, so we also recognize Baby from events in the city. They both took a special interest in Baby because they felt he had something special even though he had never rapped. Coach K used to tell Baby,
he ain't never
you got
rapped.
the money, you got the swag, you live the life that all these rappers pretend to live. All you gotta do is put in the work and it'll go.
Okay, I see why.
He was making so much money in the streets, it was hard for him to walk away and try something completely new. Thug also used to try and convince his friends to rap and went as far as buying him studio time so he could get started. Early on, Baby was so unsure about rapping that he had another childhood friend, Gunna, write some of his raps for him so he'd have something to say in the studio. But after a while, he got used to it and started making his own music. He quickly took to making street anthems, but the money wasn't there right away. His tour manager told Rolling Stone that in the beginning, he'd book the rapper at small clubs across the South where he'd only get $500 to $1,000 per show and end up spending most of that getting there and finding a place to stay. Since he was already making good money in the streets, Baby considered just giving up. But P convinced him to invest in a long-term vision because at least with rap, he wouldn't end up dead or in jail. Baby took his advice and is now one of the hottest rappers in the game and worth a cool $4 million.
He worth Lil Baby. He worth more than that now. He worth way more than $4 million.
He couldn't get any more work, so rather than wait it out and re-up, he decided to leave drug dealing alone for good and focus on rap full-time. He took the hustle that he learned from the streets and applied it to music, staying in the studio 24/7 to record his first project. He dropped his debut mixtape Perfect Timing in 2017. The project featured guest appearances from Lil
That's when
Yachty,
things started popping off, 2017 right there.
And attention in the industry. He kept his foot on the pedal and capitalized on his new hype by putting out even more music. He followed up with 2 more mixtapes, Harder Than Hard and Too Hard, both in the same year. These projects contain the tracks My Dog and Freestyle, which quickly went viral and established Baby as the next hot rapper from Atlanta. All this buzz caught the attention of not only superstars in the city, but also major artists like Drake. He and Baby would then collaborate on the track Yes Indeed.
Hey, that's when he started blowing up.
Harder than ever. This shot Lil Baby into the mainstream, which is pretty crazy considering that he was sitting behind bars in the state penitentiary less than 2 years earlier. However, Baby didn't forget the people who helped him blow up, and later that year, he would drop yet another collaborative mixtape with his friend Gunna called Drip Harder. This featured the track Drip Too Hard, which immediately went viral and peaked at number 4 on the Billboard charts.
Drip Too Hard, don't stand too close. Everybody know that song. Everybody know that song.
Platinum over 5 times. It seems like everything Lil Baby touches turns to gold, and he took over the rap game at record speeds. But with all the fame comes negative attention, and in February 2019, Baby would get arrested and mistreated by police after being pulled over for reckless driving.
The rapper, whose real name is Dominique Jones, did not turn on his blinker when changing lanes at Lee Street and Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard around 6 o'clock tonight. They say that he was weaving through traffic.
They pulled him over for not turning on his blinker. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
The rapper was cruising around Atlanta in an orange Corvette. A state trooper stopped at a red light and claims to have witnessed Baby fail to signal while he changed lanes and then accelerates to pass other vehicles recklessly. The trooper then turned on his lights to get Baby to pull over, but the rapper just sped up and began weaving in between cars at high speeds. The trooper then got out of his car and verbally shouted at him to pull over, which he obeyed. A fan captured the whole thing on camera that shows Lil Baby on the ground handcuffed with the trooper standing over him.
Why they doing Lil Baby? Oh my God.
And he black too?
Baby was taken into custody and charged with a minor traffic violation, but later released that day. The incident didn't seem to faze the rapper too much, and not long after, he dropped a quick freestyle on his social media, rapping about the incident.
First show, I rocked them. Next show, I'm on the way. Police got my face swole. I don't give a though.
But it showed that even leaving the streets behind couldn't save the rapper from police harassment. Check out our previous videos on rappers who ran from cops for more info on this arrest. Since then, Lil Baby has been on his best behavior, and even that incident ended up being just a slap on the wrist. After surviving the streets and state prison, a simple traffic violation is gonna make you slip up.
Lil Baby, he not no bad rapper for real. Like he be doing his own thing. He really a quiet person. He really be dropping bangers. Quiet rapper be dropping bangers.
Talent like Fotu Doug, a Detroit rapper who had just signed Baby's 4PF label. My Turn was one of the biggest rap albums of the year and proved that Baby's hype was far from over. But the rapper didn't have long to celebrate his successful release, as just a month later, the world will go into lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. On May 25th, 2020, George Floyd would tragically lose his life in an incident of police brutality.
And this video kind of old right here. I know it's probably like more than 2 years old. I don't know how old it is. Oh, let me see. This is 4 years old. I didn't know it's that old.
Also donated to a variety of charitable organizations. The track was a bit of a risky move for Lil Baby, who was never much of a conscious rapper, but it was successful with the public, and many consider it to be one of the best tracks on the topic to be released during that period. Baby told Rolling Stone
that was a W song.
To speak out on the issue because he had been
it was a good song. Like it was a good rap song.
He said that in his neighborhood, it was always something regular, but it shouldn't be like that. The track was so popular that it even earned the rapper an invite to the White House to meet with Vice President Kamala Harris and George Floyd's family on the first anniversary of his death. That probably makes Baby one of the first rappers to go from prison to the White House.
To the White House?
In 2021, he released a collaborative
My boy
album
went to the
called
White
Voice of the
House.
Heroes, which was respected by both fans and critics. The collab allows Atlanta trap fans and Chicago drill fans to come together and hear two of the biggest artists in the game rap on the same track as other superstars like Thug, Meek Mill, and Travis Scott. So it's not likely that Lil Baby will be slowing down anytime soon.
And
What's
Lil
next for
Baby
the
on his
rapper is
shit
hard
now.
to tell. He's already had chart-topping hits and mainstream success without losing his respect in the streets. He's also created his own label and signed 42 Doug, one of the hottest up-and-coming street rappers in the game. He's also experimenting with a more conscious sound and taking meetings with the most powerful people in the world. Not bad for a dude who never even wanted to rap in the first place. Although it may be hard to maintain that kind of momentum forever, Baby's in a good position to make business moves and investments no matter what happens. He's got natural talent and a solid team behind him to navigate the industry.
As in 2026,
Continue popping out Billboard hits for years to come.
he
Maybe he'll relax
been
more and
making
build a label
music,
and
but
other
like
investments. Either way,
I feel like he been making more business moves than music. I'm still waiting on another banger by Lil Baby. He always dropping bangers. Oh snap! The damn thing already over. He still drop bangers though. He came a long way for real. He got multiple bangers, bro. Like he was dropping bangers back to back. Crazy. Just back to back bangers. Yeah, Lil Baby a W rapper, you know what I'm saying? Just chill rapper, W rapper, be on his flow, be on his stuff, on his grind. He done made it to the top now. Y'all wanna go search up Lil Baby net worth real quick? Cause he said 4 mil, but now he probably got like more than 10 mil now. 25 milli, bro. And for that was 4 years ago. That's what I'm saying. From businesses. Like I know he, you know what I'm saying? He a businessman. He was hustling, you know what I'm saying? He's a trapper, real trapper right there, man. Feel me? Alright guys, if y'all enjoyed this video though, go ahead, hit that like and sub button, turn them notice for the next videos. I'm gonna see y'all next video. Hit that like, hit that sub.